Hi guys, my name is Sandy Esprey and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, I'm super excited because I pretty much just redid my whole lighting and I am now giving you guys the very first vlog of 2021. Happy New Year! And thank you so much for checking out my video. So today I'm doing a little chat where I talk about the things that I have learned in 2020 and some of the things I want to start implementing in 2021 as well. So I'm gonna try to keep it simple, try to keep it lightweight, casual. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up, and I appreciate your support and I appreciate you being here. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it has been a struggle, I tell you, just getting back into the rhythm of things. So in November, I did the Nabla Pomo, which is like the challenge with the blog, where you write one blog a day, every day for the whole month of November. And I did that and I was like, oh my gosh, I actually completed a challenge on my blog, which is www.imsandyesprey.com, and I talk about skincare, hair care, motherhood, all that good stuff. The stuff that you would see on my YouTube channel or on Instagram, except I just write it out. But I digress. So I did that and I was like super happy because I had challenged myself and I had never really been able to do the whole month of writing a blog post without something happening. And then I give up and then I was like, you know how it goes. Like you just run out of steam. So I thought this time I was going to do the challenge, and I did the challenge and I succeeded and it was awesome. And then came December and everybody was going on about Vlogmas and I was like, you know what? I have a YouTube blog. This would be the perfect opportunity. This would be the perfect opportunity to participate in another challenge because, I did the last one and it was awesome. So why not? Why not take part in the Vlogmas? So why not take part in the Vlogmas? And I started and it was going great. I was like, okay, I'm doing a video a day. And then I got tired. And then I started realizing that I was burning out of steam and I was going down a downhill descent of burnout. And so I had to take a break. So I think it was like 10 days before I could even finish. I was so done. I actually had recorded a video and it's gonna go up, but I had recorded a video and I was just so done. I was just done. So I decided to just call it quits. But now that we are in January, I am back. And I wanted to do this video for a while now. I did an Instagram post about it, but I thought it would be best to come on here and talk and share some of the lessons that I have learned in 2020. Some of the lessons that I have learned in 2020. One of those things is to stop saying we're probably we'll see how this goes because I do say quite a lot. It is one of my favorite filler words, and for some reason I just can't shake that ness. So we're gonna see how this goes. I do want to take this time to say that I am very grateful for every one of you that is here watching. And so we're gonna, here I go again. I am grateful for every one of you watching, and we're gonna go ahead into this list of the things that I have learned in 2020 that I do plan on implementing in 2021. Mind you, I know that 2020 was not the year we anticipated. For a lot of us, if not all of us, we've had to learn to pivot, to adapt, evolve, overcome. For some of us, we've had to just learn to make do with what we have. Personally, I took it as a year to look back and to grow and to just, here we go with the filler words, and to look back to grow and to invest in myself and invest in areas that truly matter to me, areas that sparked joy, that sparked creativity, that sparked that fire, that passion, so that I could be the best version of myself, so that I can show up for my girls. Because at the end of the day, all of this always goes back to my reason for being on this platform, for taking up space on this platform. And the reason for it is because I want my girls to have a role model. I want my girls to see who I am, not just as mommy, but as a human being, so that when they get up in the world, they grow up in the world, they don't feel like they have to compete with this version or this idea of what a real woman is, or what a real woman looks like, or how put together and how, Instagram worthy, how social media ready we are. They get to see and meet a human being who's genetically related to them and that they ultimately they won't have to compete with. And I believe most of us, that's what we want. We want to be able to look at someone, connect, relate, and to just feel like, you know what, I'm okay, I'm normal, I'm on time, and what's for me is for me, and I can admire and congratulate and uplift other people without feeling like my life is in shambles. Because the truth of the matter is, none of us have it together, okay? Absolutely none. Not one single person can sit here and tell me that they have their whole lives together. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how much success you have. You ain't got it together. You're taking chances. You're being like Miss Frizzle. Take chances, make mistakes. I forgot the rest of what she said. But point being is, that's the whole purpose. If I'm going to be here and I'm going to take a space, at the end of the day, I want my message to be, you can do it, you got this, and ain't nobody got it together, okay? So let's get on with the list, okay? So I have it on, like, I literally have my notes on my phone, so because I did not want to forget and I didn't want to go off track. Now this is to piggyback off of a post that I had already made, but you're gonna see that, like, a lot of what I'm saying I tend to actually apply, and I think I've said it like quite a few times too. So one of the first things that I have learned in 2020 that I plan on implementing, one of the first things that I've learned in 2020 that I plan on implementing today is this. If it doesn't serve me online or in real life, I will unfollow. Unfollow is my new thing. If it doesn't serve me, if it does not do me good, if it causes me more harm than good, listen, I'm leaving it behind. Because I cannot afford to go and spend time investing my energy into things that do not benefit me. And I understand a lot of the times, like, I thought that the best thing would be to, support anybody and everybody no matter what, like, I thought, like, you know what, if I support them, they'll support me, or if I show love to people who don't care about me, they'll show love to me. And the truth of the matter is, it doesn't work that way. I am not for everyone. My content isn't for everyone. I am not McDonald's. Like, I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. Just like everybody has their content, their influence, their energy that they put out. Not all energy is for me, and not all content is for me. Not all information is for me. I am one of those people. I love hair care. I love hair care that is based in science, not just based on experience. And so for me, there's a lot of, like, hair YouTubers, hair care gurus that I personally cannot invest my time into, because I spend so much time getting frustrated at the misinformation that I'm receiving. But that's a whole other video for a whole other time. My point being is, if it doesn't serve me, I'm letting it go. Let it go, let it go. Okay. So yeah, it's just a whole lot of stress that I don't need. It's a lot of wasted time, wasted energy that I cannot afford to give to people, to others that don't have my best interest at heart, or just simply does not serve me and just causes me to waste time. I cannot do it anymore. Yeah. you will be unfollowed. I'm not afraid of the unfollow button. And if you cause me so much harm, for example, like this is gonna come off as a side rant, but I'm so sick and tired of those sugar daddy DMs. Can we please leave that alone in 2021? I don't want a sugar daddy. I don't want it. You will be blocked. Okay, I'm just letting you know. It's just ice. So number two, one thing that I learned in 2020 that I'm bringing into the new year is that I deserve the good things. I deserve the good thing. And this is something that I struggled with growing up, because I thought that good things only happened to people who quote unquote worked or had relationships to give them access to opportunities that gave them quote unquote good things. And the truth of the matter is, it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you just get the good thing because you are a kind person. Sometimes you get the good things because you are you and people like you and they gravitate towards you. You know, I've heard of this thing called pretty privilege, where, you know, if you're pretty, you get privilege. Guess what? If you're pretty and you get the privilege, then you deserve it. Like, it ain't your fault you're pretty. You know, but bringing it back to me, I personally had to come to the understanding and the realization that I should never block a good thing because I feel quote unquote unworthy. That whole idea of I didn't work hard enough for it, or I didn't put in enough hours in it, or I didn't meet so and such, or my name isn't important enough, or, you know, all those habits and characteristics that give you that imposter syndrome feel, where you hear that negative voice saying, oh well, you didn't do it like this influencer, and you didn't take your picture like so and you aren't, you know, you're not as skinny, you don't have a six-pack like so and so. Listen, that is done. I deserve the good thing, and this is not just for me. I hope you come to that realization that you deserve all the good things as well. As a woman of faith, as a Christian, I cannot simply keep going on and on about all things work together for good to them that believe God. What's the point of quoting scripture you don't believe? What is the purpose of having that Instagram verse? And I call it an Instagram verse because if you don't believe it, that's all it is. You're just, you know, out here looking cute and putting a verse that you don't believe in. That anywho, a whole other situation there. But what is the purpose of me preaching all good things work together for good when I can't even believe that it's working together for my good, that it's actually working together for me personally, just because I am Sandy Esprit? Who am I to tell myself that I don't deserve to succeed? Who am I to go and just kill off my dreams simply because of what other people told me growing up? And again, like, I know that has to deal with childhood trauma and stuff like that, but part of the healing is understanding and accepting the good. You know, to accept the blessing, to accept the open door, the open opportunity. And not because you're a token, and not because, you know, your name is connected, but simply because you deserve it. Why can't you deserve it? So 2021, I deserve all the good things. Number 3 is charge more. Underselling is never going to get you through the door. It's never going to get you to the end result. Undercharging doesn't make you look nice. It doesn't make you appear better than. It doesn't give you a edge in or a foot in the door. In fact, it undermines your work, it undermines your worth, it undermines your abilities, it undermines your knowledge, it undermines who you are as a professional in this realm. There is absolutely no reason why you are unable to charge your worth. Now, with that said, if you're starting out and your quality, you know, isn't as good as, you know, you have to also know your worth. You have to charge your worth. If you're using an iPhone, you know, that 5-figure deal might not work out. If you're in an entry-level position, for example, if you just graduated and you don't have the work experience, then of course your worth is not going to be as much as somebody who's been doing whatever it is in that same field for like 20 plus years. The level of experience is just different. However, there comes a point in time when you no longer are a newbie in the field. You're no longer a baby in the field. You have experience, you have knowledge, and especially if you're teaching, if you're at the level at which you are teaching in said field, it is now time to ask for that raise. It is now time to charge more, add tax, gratuities, whatever it is. It doesn't mean that you can't be kind and you can't do a favor for somebody once in a while. However, it just means that you need to charge your worth. Know your worth, add tax, and charge. Don't be afraid of no's. And that for me was a big thing, is if I charge, they'll say no. Well, if you do it for free, they can still say no. And why are we so worried about, you know, providing and investing our time and energy into people who do not feel the same way about you? So let's please charge your money, get your coin. Like, there's a meme that's going around where the guy's like singing where the money, like how he's going to be where the money resides, and it is classic, it's genius, it went viral, and I can understand why. People are tired of feeling unappreciated, underappreciated, undermined, and completely, you know, left feeling like unworthy. No, it just leaves a really bad taste in your mouth. I worked retail for 16 years, for over 16 years, I should say. And one of the biggest issues that I had working retail wasn't even the customers. It was the fact, and I know everybody who's worked retail or is working retail, I know for a fact, you will agree to this. It's the fact that they will cut your hours, cut down hours to the point that there is no staff. So you're understaffed, overworked, underpaid. That is the biggest pet peeve of all. That whole idea of let's give them more work and pay them less. It leaves you stressed out because you can't even fully enjoy the work that you're doing. And it wasn't until I left that world that I realized that, like, there is money to be made once you start charging your worth. And it is an amazing feeling. It really is. It's an amazing feeling to kind of be able to look back and be like, you mean I don't have to settle for what you say is the status quo? It is a wonderful feeling. And I encourage you, if you are an entrepreneur or if you are in the creative field, charge more. Charge your worth. There is nothing wrong with telling people your worth. Your work is worth money. Your energy, your time, the passion that you put into what you produce is worth money. So charge. Because we're going with the money reside, where the money resides, where the money resides, where the money resides. Number 4 is to not be afraid to ask for help. Do not be afraid to ask for help. There is a blessing in the asking. There is a blessing in the receiving. There is a blessing in the giving. It is a wonderful feeling. It is a wonderful feeling to know that you are not alone, because guess what? You're not alone. Everybody was once a beginner. There is a community of people. There is a community of people who started out just like you and me as beginners. And we're all just trying to make it work. To be honest with you, we are all out here trying to make it work. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's got it all figured out. And ask for help. You're not alone. You're not alone. And it could be in anything. It's not just like professional help. Sometimes it's mental help. Sometimes it's financial. Recently, there was a family in Ottawa who had been living in a unit where it was completely covered in black mold, and for months the mother kept trying to get help, and they kept gaslighting her and telling her that there was no issue. And her eldest son, 16-year-old boy, decided that he was gonna go and expose where he was living at on social media, and within 24 hours the family had raised over their goal, so they were able to now move out. They got temporary shelter, and they were just they had to start from scratch because nothing in the house was salvageable, savable. I don't know how the word is, but they could take nothing with them. They literally had to leave with the clothes on their backs because everything was infested in mold. And he asked for help, and within 24 hours their lives completely changed for the better. They ended up receiving temporary shelter, got money so that they can now look for a place. They even had enough money to put down a down deposit. And it's amazing what happens when you put your pride aside and ask for help. Because when you ask for help, you're making yourself vulnerable to allow people, especially people who have connections, to place your name in rooms you would have never been able to go into had you not asked for help. You open yourself up for blessings, for miracles, for amazing things when you ask for help. So please, 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 that is one thing I know in my community we need to stop doing, is saying, keep everything to yourself. Stop it. Ask for help. You need help. We can't help you if we don't know what's wrong with you. You can't get healed if the doctor does, if you don't have a diagnosis. So you want to be better, you want to grow, you want to thrive. Ask for help. There are people there waiting for you. We're waiting. Ask your question. What's your question? What do you need? What do you need? Ask for help. Last but not least, be kind. Be kind, be kind, be kind. I need to put my phone down for this one. Be kind, please. Kindness is free. It's free. It's free. One of the things I hated seeing last year was the amount of trolls that had so much power, it seemed, because they were just so loud, and it just weighs down. Like, listen, if you're a troll, I will block you. If you are not kind, I'm not following you. Kindness is the one piece of currency that heals. It puts a smile on people's faces. It makes people feel good. It makes people want to do good. Like, it creates a space for everyone to thrive. There's absolutely no reason why not one person can be kind. Life is short. Life is really, really short. In 2020, I lost more people in that year than I have ever lost in my entire life. And it was a real eye-opener hearing what people had to say about those folks. It was nothing but positive. They left a legacy. All these people left Earth with a legacy and a message of hope, a message of love, a message of kindness. And Lord knows, if I leave this earth, I never want to hear anybody, I don't want to hear it living, but I wouldn't want my children hearing about how much of a horrible person I was. And if somebody I knew were to die, I don't want to be like, oh, this person was so mean. Thank goodness they're gone. Like, yo, that's terrible, like, imagine your people are actually happy that you're not living because your energy was so toxic. So kindness is free. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to, if you're miserable and you want to fight, goodness, I'm sure there are fight clubs for that. I'm pretty sure there's like Facebook troll groups. And if there isn't, somebody create one for these people if you're that miserable. But kindness will open doors that work ethic and talent alone never would. Kindness can keep your job. Kindness will allow you to enter rooms that you felt you had no business entering. Kindness is just that, kindness, being kind. You don't have to go out of your way to be kind. You don't have to be fake and be kind. You don't have to pour out something that isn't real to be kind, but goodness, just the basic respect and decency of kindness is amazing. And I think after the year we've had, I think we've all learned that the importance of being kind is tremendous. I know that family, that little boy, that 16-year-old boy, after he received that blessings, one of the things that he says is that he will do his best. He will work hard to be successful so that he can spread that kindness to other people. And that's just because he received that kindness in full. His life has been impacted by the love and shown by a community that he wants now to pay it forward. That's bigger than throwing money at people. That's bigger than that. That's just because a group of people decided to show kindness to his family. And by God's grace, they are now better off than they ever would have been had they kept quiet and not allowed themselves to be so vulnerable. So these are the things I definitely want to bring into 2021. And I hope that you took something out of it. What is something that you've learned last year that you want to implement this year? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, click that thumbs up button, and share this video if you liked it. And I just really hope that it helped you and it blessed you. I will be back next week with a brand new video. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, as well as on my blog, www.imsandyespree.com. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.